Good morning, YouTube. I'm Sarah. Today I'm here with Cardo, Alexandre, and Jefferson. Our topic is journaling. We just introduced ourselves, so the second question, it's right now. So the second question, do you enjoy writing? So the second question, do you enjoy writing? If so, is this a habit for you? I'm facing some issues with my camera, but let's try to focus on the English, okay? So, Ricardo, can you start?
Okay, well, I love writing. I don't know why, but I don't know. Since I was a child, I like to writing. I like to write, and on the classroom when I was studying, the teacher put a limit on the text, and is necessary to write just a limit, not less than 20 lines. And in my case, I needed to pay attention when I pass much from this limit. Sometimes I wrote, I don't know, 4 lines or more. I wrote some books during my life, 3 or 4. But just for me and my close friends and family, not exactly I'm a writer, just for fun or like a hobby. That's it. How about you, Alexandre?
No, I'm not into writing. I mean, little lied about. I prefer reading or listening to. When I need to write something in English, I have a lot of problems because we forget the letter. Sometimes the word has 2 letters, 2 G, 2 B, 2 M. And then we forget, I forget a lot. But I'm not into writing, right? Eddie Jeffs.
It's so funny to see. I used to write all the time. I wrote an article to a magazine that we publish tomorrow about the economic situation of Brazil. And last year I published 2 articles in scientific magazines. It's called Qualis A, is the best Qualis. So it's good articles. I published 2 articles last year, and I have the habit to write every day. Now I was writing a lot of things. I write with this way.
Me too.
So, yeah, then I go to the computer. My project. I have so many things here all the time. I'm writing all the time. I'm writing something. I have this habit. I think it's so good for our memory. Then I transform this writing in articles. So for me, it's a good habit. I have this habit since when I was like Sarah, 18 years old.
Thank you. I just want my day.
Yeah, that's it. It's so good for our memory. It's so good to improve it. It's so good for your age. So good for your health. I think everybody must to write something every day. And you, Sarah, from
I
Bahia.
agree with you. As an 18-year-old woman, I agree with you. This just kidding. Yeah, I really like writing. I'm just like Ricardo. Sometimes I pass the limit because I wanted to keep writing. And sometimes the teacher said, oh, you are losing some points because of this, and it was terrible. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to create a habit to write more, because in the past I wrote a book just like Ricardo, just for myself, like a novel or something very
Mhm.
a teenage stuff, Oh, but right now I'm trying to journaling every day, so that's a little because why I chose this topic, like to write about my day or something, just to practice, because you can get addicted to just type, and the phone does the work for you. It just completes everything. So I'm trying to, like Jefferson mentioned, exercise my memory more, my mind, so I don't have the corrector. I have to remember how to say the words, how to write correctly. So that's a good exercise for me.
Yeah.
And the next question. So question number 3, have you ever kept a record of your daily life somehow? For example, writing or making videos? Jefferson, can you start?
Yeah. I use it a lot. With teleprompter, teleprompter is so good. You can write the words and you put the words and you can record about so many things, not about my daily life. Well, I think daily life is gossip. I don't like gossip, but I like to write about economics, and I use a lot to record videos most of the time. Teleprompt is so good, so nice. You put the teleprompt and the camera and let the speak fluent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to try this, it's so nice how the journalists, they can read such a good rhythm, and sometimes I make the words confused. I don't know. But how
But
about you,
you
Alexandre?
must use teleprompt. It's so nice. It's so good to use. You
Yeah.
can begin using by your computer and then with camera. Yeah.
Thank you for the recommendation, Jefferson. And Alexandre, about
To be
yourself?
honest, recording means gravar.
Yeah.
All right. No, sometimes I record some videos on the beach or in the mountain, but only for myself to share with the family. But I not have this habit to recording. I need to write something every day, but I'm not into writing every day. I prefer develop my ear, right? Develop my pronunciation in English and read some English book, but not writing and recording, I think it's not good for me because I have other thing to do. So I prefer enjoy listening and read when I can. Sometimes I go out to the supermarket, to ride a bike, to walk in the street, to help my kids, and then the day goes. The days went. I don't know. And just even make mistake. But Ricardo, go ahead.
Well, I'm a father, and so yesterday I was teaching my daughter, and that's just some notes, and then my daughter made a question. Father, please, I want to know, but please just answer my question, not to explain another things about it. Okay, my daughter, but I needed to write to explain. Sometimes it's better for me when I write something and put on the paper. I think is better. So depends on the person, but for me it's I think is is better when I write. Well, I never had this habit. In this case of the question, writing daily life or something. Sometimes it's healthier. It's a health habit because I don't know, exercise your brain and put your memories, because it's possible to read after some while, and sometimes it's, well, in that time I'm a person, but nowadays I became another person. That's because and during our life, it's a continuing process. You improve you change during our life. Sometimes it sounds like you are freeze or stopped but it's not exactly true, right? Because during our life, it's happened a lot of things, and that's it. I think I don't have this habit, but I think well, I write, but not exact about my life, about fictional stories or about politics. I don't know. How about you, Sarah? You answer
Yeah,
this question?
not yet. I was listening to the
Okay.
wise guys, you know. Now it's my time.
Not exact, but I appreciate your
Keep the
compliment.
compliment, okay? Accept
Exactly.
it.
Thanks.
Oh, so I'd say I tried like writing something about my days, how I was feeling at that time, but I got bored, you know, because sometimes it doesn't happen anything special. You are just having a normal day, eating, cleaning the house, or it's spending some time with your family. So I also tried to record some videos so I could make a register about my English, my development, you know. But I think recording videos is even harder than writing because you want to look good on camera, especially me as a woman. I don't know. I like to look good, you know. And of course, sometimes you gotta record more than one time because of the noise or because you talk to in a low volume. So I prefer to write. Right now I'm writing, but not about my daily life. I'm as answering a question per day so I can practice my writing in English, and it's been good so far. I've been learning some stuff. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the pros and cons, okay, of writing, keeping a journal. Who would like to start with this question? Which one of the wise guys?
Okay, no problem. I love wise. In my case, only pros,
Mhm.
only benefits. No? I think it's benefits better than this
Yeah.
word because it's so nice. But I have the habit to write everything. I'm looking for something new, like OneNote. I think Ricardo knows a lot OneNote. I try to change to this to have a scheme of the all the things that I write every day. I think OneNote maybe I think I will change OneNote. It's very interesting. And it's very good because you can fresh all the things, all the things you must do about calendar, about schedule, about ideas. I have this habit to put in words a lot of ideas every day. I have a lot of ideas. Sometimes I used to see a figure, a number from IBGE, Banco Central. I used to take this number and in put in words. I think it's important. I think only benefits. I don't see cons to keep a journal. I don't see cons. And I remember when Sarah was talking, when I was in my childhood, I used to have a diary. Né? So I saw a lot of guys among children and teenagers, but now all of them abandons when get older. I think it's not the case of Alexandre. Maybe in the past, maybe he used to write diary, but now he is abandons. It's very common. Huh?
Guys, I need to leave. I need to take off a baby that is coming out the stair in the elevator. Okay?
Okay.
Sorry.
No
Bye-bye.
worries.
Sorry,
Have a
bye.
good
Bye.
weekend.
Nice
Thank
weekend.
you.
Ricardo, do you have the habits? Do you have the habit to write diary in the past? In your when you
No,
were a
I
child
had
and teenager, and now you haven't done.
I have never
You
this
and
habit.
Sarah, no.
No, I think
have.
is in the past is common. The kids, particular, using the diary, but nowadays I don't know any kid or any adult that use. But I think I appreciate this habit. I think is bad. I think it's a good way to practice the Portuguese and the other language. Depends on this language you use. But about the question, I can't wonder a con about keeping a journal. I just wonder pros because you exercise your brain, you keep your brain continuing process of improving, and maybe sometimes when I was writing a book, depends on the person, but in my case, I I don't I don't think in any particular topic. I just writing, and after some while, this text is transforming in a history. uh, there are some people that I I have a feeling, I'm inspired about an article or a program, a TV show, or I don't know. But in my case, sometimes I need to write the name of the characters because I I can't remember the name of this character. So this process is different. I don't know. I write a line, and some while I continue writing, became a capital, and after some while I finished this book. So that's weird for me. Sometimes some people are more organized, and so take notes about the history, the structure. But in my case, I just writing, and after some while, I have a history. That's it. How about you, Jefferson? As a next
Yeah,
question, you just
no,
to
I
answer.
think it's Sarah's turn now.
Yeah, I'm
I
sorry.
bought this book. It's so
Oh,
nice, nice book.
Script writing. Yeah, that's
Script
right.
writing, how
is-
to, yeah. It's so good that I bought there in Toronto. And the other is this I use a lot. It's academic
Yeah,
writing, all of them.
that's
Two good
nice.
books that use a lot. Academic writing. Make the transition so good. And you, Sarah,
yeah, I
do,
was
you-
curious
do you have
about the
a
books.
do you have a diary? You used to write about your lovers or your something that you do, like export or something like this?
Not all my lovers, just 5 or maybe 6, you know. I don't want to write about all of them as if I had one, but moving on, you know. I'm with you guys. Maybe the cons are not so clear. Perhaps just the part that I mentioned about being bored. But for me, it's like traveling in time. Not right now, because if I read something that I wrote yesterday, I'm probably thinking the same way, facing the same situations. But maybe in the end of the year, when I look at something that I wrote on January 3rd, for example, I could, oh my gosh, I feel different now. So that's could make me reflect about my life, my choices, how the year was, you know. So that's why I'm doing it, because I believe I can get some insights and also practice the English, the writing. Like I said, the cell phone can be tricky sometimes because you can use to do other stuff, get distracted. And my goal is to at least write a little every day, you know. That's the most important to me. So the next question, I think yeah, it's good, but not one of the best questions. Let's skip this one. So yeah, I'm gonna go with question number 7. Let's talk about consistency, okay? What are some tips to be consistent with the journal writing? Jefferson, you are a consistent guy, so tell us your advice.
I think the most important thing, you must to read something every day. I used to read every day. Now I finished to read the magazine Valor, né? Valor, Jornal Valor. I used to read every day and put in words. I have these habits. You must write every day. You can write with your pen, né? Or can write type in a notebook, or I don't like to type in cell phone, but it's very important to write every day. And I use another strategy, is mind map. For example, I'm going to talk about inflation, so I put the word inflation and a lot of things related to inflation. This is very good because when I'm going to teach or to have an interview or to write an article, I have everything. It's okay for me. I have the central word, the theme, and then a lot of words that I can explain the subject. I think this is the best tip to be consistent with journal writing. And you, Ricardo Sanchez.
I think is I don't have a method. I'm not a organized person about this topic. About my work and study, I have more control. I manage better. But about the I needed to become organized person if you want to write a journal particular, because it's necessary a routine. But about tips, I just could mention the same that the Jefferson told. I love, in my case, it's not exactly a job. I love to watching interviews or journal. My family and my friends normally, oh, my friend, stop a while. For example, if you made a trip, I'm driving my car, I don't know, during 2 hours or 3 hours. If let me, if my family let, I keep all the the tripping, listen podcasting or radio or something, because I love. I think he's sometimes I like it to listen to music, but I prefer what podcasting in and the radio about the news, not about because there are some stations that's just play music during all the program, but I love to watching, I don't know, Bandeirantes or Jovem Pan or CBN or some station that puts no news all the day, you know? But sometimes it's necessary to listen to music because it's relax your soul. I don't know, but sometimes I might.
And what about your life, your wife? I can imagine drive 6 hours
Yeah,
just listen CBN, Bandeirantes, Jovem
yeah,
Pan,
yeah, yeah.
and
I
your
love.
wife, come on, guy, I wanna listen music.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah, I love.
relax.
Yeah. Sometimes my wife and my daughter is using the cell phone. eh, I don't know, looking at the social media or something. Okay, I don't matter about it that you use the cell phone. Okay, let me listen my news. So my news programs, like that's better for me, but it's not possible because they complain a lot, and I have to put music or another thing.
I think Sarah, when we is driving with your boyfriend, listen music and singing all the music in English,
Yeah,
Portuguese. No, Sarah.
Oh my gosh. What boyfriend? Have you seen
oh,
him around? I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Do you know August?
I wish I could,
Yeah.
Sarah.
Yeah, I wish I could have one, you know. But time it's
Yeah, yes,
fix everything. I'm not in a hurry for it. Jefferson mentioned about listening to the music with my boyfriend in the car. I just need the car and the boyfriend. The music I have. So one
But with your
one thing is
family,
solved.
when you travel your family, what kind of things you used to listen when you're driving with your family?
Yeah, we usually listen to gospel music. I think it is good for protection. I don't know. I like to. I have this faith, you know. But when I'm traveling, I'm just riding like driving in the city. I feel more comfortable to listen to other types of music, more pop music. I love Skunk. That is my favorite group. You know, Skunk from Minas.
Yeah.
I'm crazy about them, so I try to put their music whenever I can. So about the question, yeah, I I forgot what the question is. Yeah,
Number
so
7.
maybe, yeah, having a
Seven,
goal. Thank you. You guys are
seven
paying attention. I'm
tips,
happy.
tips. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe you should have a goal with your writing. Sometimes it's okay to just write freely, but as I said, you can get distracted by other stuff. So maybe
Yeah.
if you are thinking, oh, I have to write this because I want to look at this in the future. I want to practice my writing because sometimes the handwriting is getting worse because you only use your phone. So that could be a reason for you to write as well. But I understand when Jefferson said about the mind map. I'm trying to do something similar with the classes because
Mhm.
if you forget everything else, you at least have something to keep to guide you about the topic. So the mind maps are really useful in my perspective. I agree with you,
Yeah.
Jefferson. And
Sometimes
consistency is the key.
yeah. Sometimes I prefer using a pen or a pencil, but I'm lazy about because it's not possible to keep these notes on the paper. It's difficult, particularly nowadays. Sometimes I need to type directly on the computer because it's better to save, and I don't know. If you show this note for everyone, is much better because my range of writes is not good, so I prefer use the computer directly. What about your boyfriend, Sarah? Suddenly he dropped on the heaven or riding a horse. Don't worry about it.
I prefer him to be from this earth, not from heaven, because Satan was in heaven too, so that's not a good example. Not,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Earth boyfriend's fine, but enough about my love life. Oh my gosh, I'm blushing.
Yeah.
So, talking about life and so on. Next question. Let's go with you, Ricardo. Can you read this one?
Okay. Yeah. Is your life an open book? In other words, would you share everything you put in the journal with your others? I think my behavior is similar to Jefferson. I well, I think I I don't matter about the people social media a lot. I don't know. Right now I'm going to the bathroom. I don't know. I think it's weird for me. Okay, if you want, it doesn't matter for me. This thing is not change my friendship or my relationship with this person. But well, I think, in my opinion, beautiful persons love to take pictures because it's a good relationship with, oh, that's a nice guy on this photo. I think, but in my case, I'm not exactly a handsome person. So in this case, I prefer just to keep the memories in my mind. I don't take notes about my life in this particular put in the journal, or I don't know, in the particular in social media, because nowadays at the beginning I told about the habit. This habit is happen a lot in the past, kids particular using diary, but nowadays this diary was moved to the social media, in my opinion. So particular photos, videos, and some notes. And I think when you free your thoughts, you create thoughts, because our mind are continual industry of the thoughts, and these thoughts happen during all the day, and some part of these thoughts is not exactly a good things. No? Sometimes you thought about bad feelings or something, and I noticed that some people use social media to share these feelings, and I don't know. One of the reasons of you have a lot of people have facing problems. That's one of the reasons, because it's still is like a slavery. So it's necessary to put all entire life on the social media. Is not exact a good thing. How about you, Jefferson?
That's a very good question. No, I'm not in, my life is not an open book. I don't have the habits of writing or publish my thoughts, my emotions, my sensations, my dreams, and my reflection. Because I'm not looking for a girlfriend. I'm married for 36 years and very good marriage. no, I have no problem with my wife, and I'm not looking for to earn money. But I listen a lot about my students. You must to create a blog, you must to create something in Instagram, but I don't have the habits. Sometimes I put a photo in Instagram, sometimes. But about Facebook, sometimes I used to put my article, sometimes, to have a comment. I think it's very interesting. But I use Facebook only to see the birthday or anniversaries of my friends, just for it. I don't like, as Ricardo said, to open my life. But boys and kids like Sarah, I think it's very important because you can have a very good boyfriend. Huh? I think it's a way to open. I'm here in a restaurant. Oh, so nice this drink. I'm listening this music. What do you think about it? And you can get a boyfriend with this word. I think for boys and girls like Sarah, I think it's very interesting. I not deny this because I have a daughter. Most of the time I'm here. No problem, no problem. And
it's
Sarah?
possible to earn a lot of money. Yeah? That's weird, but a lot of not exact a lot, but some person earn much money in social media. Sometimes this person, I don't know, is certainly there are doctors and the lawyers don't receive so much money as YouTubers or bloggers or some person.
And Sarah, do you use to put your thoughts, actions, emotions, dream, and reflection on YouTube?
Oh, I wish I were brave enough, Sometimes, I like to share some things, but not like in a deeper way. For example, I'm journaling, and yesterday's question was very interesting. It was about if you had a friend that talked to you in the same way you talk to yourself, how long this friendship would last. And I shared about this question on my social media because for me it was interesting to think about the judgment we might have with ourselves sometimes. So whenever I think it is interesting, not only for me but others, I like sharing. Sometimes, some things that are not gonna change the world, like a picture. I was in a beach house, so I was sharing some pictures because it was my vacation, so it was nice to share. I don't know, but about my life being an open book, I don't think so, because sometimes the judgment, I'm afraid of this. I had other question about if you weren't afraid of being judged, what things would you do differently? And I would never like people to read my answer to this question because I don't want to be judged. So I don't want to be judged. So I think there are some questions we don't share with everyone, You gotta be a little selective. That's
sometimes I wonder, it's a unnecessary action because you put yourself on oppression sometimes. No? Oh, I have a feeling, I have a bad thought. Sometimes I don't reflect much about this feeling or about your falling, but it's a involuntary process in your body. Oh, I needed to put this thing on every social media, and after some while, I don't have I don't think much about this thing, and I made a mistake. But as the people used to say, the internet never forget. So,
never forget and never forgive.
Yeah.
Cancel culture, it's stronger than ever.
Exactly.
Yeah, I really like what you said about social media being the diary. I haven't thought about it. And some people make money just by sharing their lives, like my breakfast, I just earned $300,000 or reais, sorry, because of this advertisement. That's so crazy, you know.
Yeah.
You won't make this money in a whole year, and the person makes just in a few minutes with a post.
But Sarah, I have a question for you. Do you used to follow off these guys, influencers? Do you have a lot of influencers in your life?
Some of them I follow. I like to some content about my Instagram right now is about English teachers. What else? And
Just Felipe
also,
Soares, no?
no, don't tell him, but I have others. I have other inspirations. Sorry, Phil. But also some influencers about makeup that I like to learn some stuff, you know, and hair treatments about how you can make your hair nicer, especially my type of hair that is sometimes hard to handle. You could have a few bad hair days because the hair has its own life and decisions. Sometimes I want my hair to be in a way, and it's different, but it's okay. I'm not here to be perfect. So that's the truth. But I'm feeling like I'm on Vai Dar Namoro here because Rodrigo Faro show. Because you guys are coming to the boyfriend, coming back to the boyfriend. Oh gosh. But I'm flattered that you think I am so young, Jefferson, because no, I'm not. I'm young, but not as young as you think.
No. No matter about the age.
Yeah,
The most
that's true.
Yeah.
Yesterday was shocked because I realized that I'm going to be 1 year older than I had in my mind. So I'm like, oh my God, I made the wrong math for myself.
Yeah.
Time flies. So the next question. Yeah, I think we have time for one more.
Yeah.
Question number. Would you like to
9.
choose, guys?
9. Okay.
Number 9, maybe. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I can.
No,
I
just the next one. I don't choose one. I just to telling about this. The next question is the number 9. But
Okay.
Okay. Would you rather write freely or follow some type of guides? For instance, some people answer questions such as what made you laugh today? Oh my gosh. I don't like to write freely, as I said. I don't like to write about my thoughts. I don't, when I'm thinking about this and that, I don't like to write about my emotions. It's a particular emotion. But sensations, maybe sensations. Sometimes I have some group of WhatsApp. Sometimes I used to put something like this. For example, I bought this book. What do you think about this book? Maybe. I think it's very interesting because we can to discuss about this book, about this idea. I think it's so nice. And as Sarah said, what do you think about my new layout, my hair, my makeup, something like this? I think for girls like Sarah is so interesting. And my daughters used to use this a lot. Sometimes so it's so funny. That's not my case. As I said, I just used to put articles and books and ideas to discuss. I have a few groups of WhatsApp and 1 or 2 of Telegram. So sometimes it's so nice. Good groups. And you, Sarah?
Sorry. Yeah, for now I'm writing with some guides, a question per day, because if I don't, like I said, sometimes the days are boring, so I prefer to answer some stuff specifically. But maybe with more time, I can try to write freely, just whatever comes to mind. But right now I feel like I need some guidance with meditation as well, because if I just keep in silent, I won't pay attention. I need someone to tell me, breathe. Even though I know how to breathe, you know, I think this guidance can be helpful because you can focus a little bit more. So I prefer to have the guide for now. And how about yourself, Ricardo? Your mic's off.
Sorry. Well, I just mentioned about this movement, because I normally just write freely. I don't follow a guide or something like that. It's not exactly a good thing. I made this mistake because it's much better you organize your thoughts but normally I prefer just put the feelings and the thoughts on the paper, and I don't know, I love this situation. For example, the writers just put this feeling, or these thoughts in the paper, and they use a redactor or another person that structure your text or your book. Is a nice situation. So I think it's much better you organize way to write, or the thoughts is better to other people understand this feeling or in the another things. Sometimes I receive a feeling or a thought and just put some quantity of words in the paper, and after that this thing became I don't know, this feeling starts to flowing in the paper, and after some while, when I notice, I write, I don't know, a lot of pages. For me, it's a natural process, but it's not exactly a right way. I have this. I have sure about this. This thing is not wrong. It's not right. I think it's much better you organize. But that's it. It's like my brain work.
Sarah,
That's it.
I have a question for you.
Not about the boyfriend.
No, no.
Oh, go ahead.
Do you used to write everything about, for example, when you finish this meeting, you used to write about ideas, new words, vocabulary, something like this, or to correct some mistake that you make?
This is a good idea to write. Sometimes I have a notebook by my side to write some new words, because you guys also bring something different every time. But not like every day, but I should try writing about the meetings, about the topics. But I have a group on WhatsApp where I write the recommendations, ideas. Sometimes I'm doing random stuff and I could think about that in the meeting. So I send myself a message in the group that I am alone and I take the ideas after to create some topics, watch some videos, you know. That's a great process. And Ricardo said something about being wrong the way he does. I don't think so. Maybe you should try to find that the things that work for you. So maybe that's not wrong or right, just a matter of perspective, you know. That's a great recommendation, Jefferson, about writing more about the meetings.
And what kind of WhatsApp? From TNT or another group?
No, it is my group, a group that I have only with myself. That is called Errands of a holiday. Because vou escrever aqui em português que eu não. Oh, sorry.
You're
I
right.
was thinking in Portuguese. So, because I like to send it, it was a funny name that I came up with. So I'm not gonna say in Portuguese, so I don't embarrass myself.
Okay.
So that's the name of the group, guys.
Yeah.
Just a joke with myself. But we're about to finish the conversation. I think it was almost like we were drinking beer and having fun. It was very natural. I really enjoyed. Do you guys have anything else to say?
Just to say thanks God Friday.
Yeah, that's the feeling. Oh my gosh, yes. And you, Ricardo, are you excited about Friday as well? Your mic's off. Your mic's off.
Sorry. I always, well, it's good for us working. It's necessary. I think you should to search for a way to earn money and enjoy this movement in your life. But always it's always a good thing when do you reach this day, Friday, and the perspective are good to hang out if your family and friends, watching movies or just relax and enjoy your life after a good work. I think is necessary in our life. Play soccer too. Not
Jefferson. That's great. I agree with you. And thank you so much for coming. I just wrote here something that this question, which activities make you lose track of time? Because that is today's question on my journal. So if you wanna, I don't know, think about it, or maybe try to write something in English to practice. This is the question of the day, but it's up to you, of course. And I think that's all. I hope you have a nice day. Don't drink too much on the weekend, or do. I don't know, your lifestyle.
Yeah.
But see you next time, okay?
Okay, bye-bye. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.